Welcome to the I.D.E.A software presentation. First of all, what is I.D.E.A software? Well, I.D.E.A is actually an acronym for Interactive Data Extraction and Analysis. That's wonderful. Why are we using it in this class? Well, this software provides auditors, accountants, and financial professionals, so it's just not auditors, with the ability to display, read, analyze, manipulate, sample, and extract data from files from almost any source, from a mainframe computer to a personal computer, including reports printed to a file. I.D.E.A extends your reach by providing unique functions and features not found in generic software. This software is used in auditing or a software similar to it for doing those kinds of tasks, which are quite often done in auditing. So it's an excellent way to prepare you as a student to be actively using audit software before you're even in the field. So that's what it is, and that's why we use it. What will we be doing in this presentation? We'll be sharing a link to the software. We'll be giving you detailed instructions to download in a Windows environment, provide information for you Mac users to get into a Windows environment or your other options, because this is only allowed to be operated in a Windows environment. Tutorial files will be show you where you could find those, and finally, data files that you'll use later on, starting in Chapter 5, where you're actively using the software and doing these kinds of operations. So, the first thing you want to do is get to the software. Well, when you click on the I.D.E.A software link, you will come to a screen that looks like this. On the left-hand side are instructions on installing the software, which we're about to go through, and that's also provided within this folder. On the right-hand side is the actual exe file you will be downloading to your computer. That's your program file. This is for Windows users only. In Mac, please see your instructions in the I.D.E.A folder on how to 3 steps, 4 steps to get to a Windows environment. For you Mac users, if you're not comfortable doing that, please know we will have this software in the Insulaco Computer Labs on campus. You must use it. So as I said, there was on the left-hand side the instructions. So that's what we're saying there. Click on that left-sided link, and there it is right there. And you'll follow each instruction. And we also have them in this presentation. The first thing you want to do is click on the link to the software. When you click on it, you will then be allowed to download it, and you'll see something similar to what you see on the screen in front of you. You may be given the option to save or run. Choose save. Sometimes you may not get the prompt at all. It all depends on the browser you're using. The next step is go to your Downloads folder in Windows. That's where this will download to. Double-click on the file called I.D.E.A edu 10.3.0 exe, your execution file. Now, you will be prompted to extract the installation files. Click the Browse button to select a location that you know you have administrative access to. But if it's your personal computer, hopefully you do, or just leave it in the downloads. It's up to you. Depends on where you're downloading it to. Just as long as you have access to it. The next step. In Windows, navigate to the folder where you extracted the file, so where you just put that file, and locate the file called Setup or Setup.exe. You can see it's pretty small. And then what you're going to do once you find that file is right-click it. Don't left-click it, right-click it. And choose Run as Administrator. Now, of course, if you don't have administrator rights to where you just saved that file, you're going to have an issue. So that's why we want to make sure you have the ability to run this as an administrator. In step 9, The IDEA 10 installation window will appear with the license already populated. Licensing, click OK to continue. Just click the OK button here. And then your installation wizard will pop up. You want to click Next in the step 10. And then you'll accept the licensing agreement. Please read through it carefully before accepting and clicking the Next button. Leave the destination folder as the default and click Next. And then you want to click Install. Now it may take a few minutes. Let the process go. Don't start clicking all around. That's what I did when I first installed the software. You want to let it go through the process. And when the install wizard is finished, it'll tell you, as it usually does, you want to click Finish. So now the I.D.E.A software is on your computer, and you can access it like you would any other program. One thing I want to bring to your attention, though, is that the software may ask you to update it. Please be aware that this is fine. It's part of the normal process. When I downloaded it onto my computer, there were no updates. But if it prompts you at any point to update your software, please accept that update and install. So now you have the software on your computer. Again, the I.D.E.A software important click first link is first Mac users. Mac users, please click on this and you'll get your steps for simulating a Windows environment so that you can complete the download we just discussed. The written instructions that were in this presentation are in the next link. The third link, the tutorial needed. Now that you have your software downloaded, you can start using the software, and you actually will be in chapters 1 through 4 completing certain elements of the tutorial. So wait until you get into your chapter folder here in Blackboard, and it will tell you exactly what needs to be done in the tutorial in those chapters, what work needs to be completed. Starting in Chapter 5, you will need access to the Roger Company data files. They're in a zip file right here in the I.D.E.A software folder. So you want to be aware of all those items right here that are always at your access. If at any time you need any help or support during this process of installing the software, I.D.E.A Academic Partnership is awesome, and they will help you. They give you their help desk line. Even when you're using the software, if you're having any issues, you call them, you let them know, I'm a student, I'm using your software, I'm trying to work on this case, and I'm stuck. Can you help me? They'll be able to guide you through it. But especially with the downloading and installing of the software, I can help you with that. You need to contact them directly, and they will also help you if you're using that Apple or Mac operating system and are having difficulty getting into a Windows platform. Okay, so you want to make sure you get into the Windows platform, and then you will be able to get any other help you may need. Phone numbers, they're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 for this support, or through email. So please utilize that if you need it. So that concludes our presentation on downloading what it is, the I.D.E.A software, why we are installing it, how to install it in a Windows environment, what adjustments you have to make if you're in a Mac environment, and other links within this folder.